On March 5th, the sun squares off with the lunar nodes. Basically, what that means is that we're halfway between two eclipse seasons. Eclipse seasons are periods of potent transformation and course correction. The world kind of goes a little bit nuts when the eclipses are going down, and when the eclipses are going down in our charts, exciting things are going down in our lives. Potent realizations, lots of changes. It can be a stressful time. It can be very opportune also, depending on what they're doing to your chart. So yeah, on a personal level, the sun squaring the nodes, it's really going to be felt most if you have mutable angles in your chart. So if you are a Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces rising, or if you have your sun in one of those signs, you're probably going to be feeling this a little bit more. Basically, this is a time of choices. This is a time where you could potentially be at a significant crossroads or be making a significant turning point in your life. If you're not one of those signs, if you're not mutable heavy in your chart, not to worry, it's still going to be exciting in the world around you. Oftentimes when we see the sun aspecting the nodes like this, we're going to see a lot of significant developments in the stories pertaining to world leadership. With the last set of eclipses, that's when the election results were being challenged. I know that story still isn't quite over. So we may be hearing a little bit more from former TV personality DT. So we may be seeing a little bit more about that. At that time, we might also expect to see other significant stories developing with other leadership in the world. So we'll just have to see. But also on that day, the moon also aligns with the south node, which is the cosmic flush valve. There's going to be a significant release at that time. So we're really seeing the luminaries activate this eclipse dialogue, this eclipse story that is unfolding, with the north node encouraging us to reach toward multiplicity, to embrace multiple different perspectives, to embrace multiple different angles on truth, because the South Node in Sagittarius is asking us to let go, and it's showing us kind of the dangers of when we grip on too hard to one belief. The North Node in Gemini is inviting us to say, it's not all black and white, and, there's multiple ways to look at an issue. And there's multiple truths, it's yes and. Both things could be true. With the North Node in Gemini, it's asking us to recognize that you and I could both be right and wrong at the exact same time. The Sagittarian element that we're seeing with the South Node, it's steadfast belief. And so I think we're seeing that a lot in the world when we look at how polarized we are. It really speaks to that. So we're doing a lot of learning. We're doing a lot of unlearning. There's a lot happening right now, and a lot happening in Aquarius too, which is speaking to the social innovations and everything like that going on. But really what we're doing with the Gemini and Sagittarius is it's about learning and unlearning and creating more room for possibility, creating more room for you and I to both be right and wrong, as I said. So we're going to see some of those themes pop up again. Again, this is coming one day after the Jupiter conjunction with Mercury. So we're going to see a lot of righteousness. We're going to see a lot of people being ultra opinionated and taking a lead foot stance on an issue. So you're definitely going to see people getting into arguments. I know the last time the moon aligned with the South Node in Sag, I was like really stressed out from being on Twitter. So definitely take it with what you will. Hopefully you can, and yeah, it sounds a little stressful, right? It doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what eclipses do. They're creating changes so that we can move forward collectively and individually in our lives. So yeah, that's what's going to be going on. So get ready, and hopefully this astrological knowledge helps you to be more prepared and help you to take the most advantage of these aspects. I think it's really helpful keeping in mind that people are going to be ultra opinionated and everything like that, to just kind of keep in mind that that's the energy, and it's okay to take a stance. But I think the hard part is having a willingness to listen to other points of view. And I think that that's really the difficulty of reaching collectively for the North Node in Gemini. It's not easy, but that may be part of what we're learning. And that is your astrology shot of the day. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out my other videos. You can also head over to my website where you can find out more about my Foundations of Astrology course beginning on March 24th.